another interview series with Adam Khoo, Singapore's most preferred financial educator, and he's a very successful stock investor, motivational speaker, and also a best-selling author. What is the best success advice that you can give anybody?
I would say the first thing is to define success, right? So a lot of people say that I want to be successful, and I ask them, I say, so what is success to you? And they look at me and they don't even know the answer to the question. So the first thing is to define success. Like some people think that success is when I hit $1 million, right? So if they hit 900,000, they still feel like a failure. Some people say success is when I win an award, right? People recognize me, then I feel successful. So because of that, they can do a lot of things in life and achieve a lot of things, but they don't feel successful because no one told them that, right? So that may not be useful. For me, what I find useful is that I define success as not as destination. It's not as something that I must reach, but success is a journey, right? It's an ongoing journey that never ends. For me, success is a process of continuously moving forward, of continuously moving towards my goals in life. So in other words, every day when I wake up, I tell myself, as long as today I move one step forward to my goals, right? Whether it's my family goals, my health goals, my career goals, every day if I take one step forward, that's success to me. By having that definition, it makes me keep moving forward every day. Success is never owned. It's always rented for one day. So today I may be successful because I've moved close to my goals, but it doesn't mean that I'll be successful tomorrow. So tomorrow depends what I do with my life.
Maybe success is more of the journey rather than the destination.
It's a process rather than the outcome. That's right.
Process rather than the outcome. Okay, that's very good. And the second thing I want to ask Adam is that since he's a very successful investor and also forex trader, what is the best investment advice that you can give any beginner investor?
First thing is to educate yourself, right? People always ask me, say, isn't investing and trading risky? And I said, everything is risky if you don't know what you're doing, right? So for example, if you don't know how to drive and you go and drive, then it's very risky, right? But if you learn how to drive defensively, you learn to put on a seat belt, right, have airbags and all that, then driving is very safe. It can move you faster to your destination. So the same thing with investing and trading. Most people who jump into investing and trading, it's like driving a car without a license, right? They don't have a seat belt, they don't have airbags, they don't know how to check their blind spot, and 90% of them will end up crashing and losing all their money. So you have to take a proper driving lesson and have the right safety tools, right? So the most important thing is you must learn everything you can learn about investing and trading, which is basically, obviously, you got to have a strategy, whether is it long-term, short-term, mean reversion, trend following. You got to have a strategy that gives you an edge in the markets. They give you a statistical edge in the markets. The next thing is proper risk management, right? Money management, asset allocation, and having the psychology, the mindset to stick to your investment or trading plan.
Why do you think that a lot of people nowadays, they like to rush the whole entire investment process?
Well, it's not just today, it's since the beginning of time, right? So people always want fast money, easy money, quick money, right? And I always tell people that in my previews and my talk, I say that the first thing I tell them when they attend my seminar is this. I say, if you're looking for fast money, get rich overnight, please get out. Because there's no such thing, right? The only one that can promise you that is a scam or the casino, right? I say, if you come to my course, I'm going to tell you that it's going to take time to build your wealth. It's not going to take one day, one month. It's going to take years to build your wealth. You need time for money to compound. You need time to master a skill. If you're not willing to do that, then please don't come. That's why people fall for scams.
Yeah.
They fall for scams all the time, right?
Yeah, Adam, you have been through so many things in your life, both good and bad. How do you go through all the setbacks that life throws at you?
What really helped me was I learned NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming, when I was 13 years old. I learned it from Richard Bandler, Anthony Robbins, and all these great people when I was young. And that really helped me a lot because it helped me to reframe failures in my mind. Failures, reframe them into feedback, right? Setbacks, reframe into opportunities, right? So that's the main thing that allowed me to overcome all these things. So nowadays, I always say that it's really hard. It's almost impossible to make me upset. Unless you murder my whole family. Okay? It's almost impossible because whatever happens to me, alright, I always say that it happened for a reason, right? It's a blessing in disguise, right? The sun will always rise tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And whatever doesn't kill me will make me stronger.
Yeah.
And I find that when I look back at my life, okay, all the greatest things I have today is the result of all the worst things that happened to me. Alright? Because my parents divorced when I was young, alright, because of that, and my mom remarried, my dad remarried, that forced me to become very independent. If that didn't happen, maybe I'll still be very spoiled, because I I was a student with learning problems, right? I failed all my exams, I kicked out of school at primary 3. And because of that, what happened was that my father sent me for a motivational program. And that's where I learned NLP, and that really transformed my life. So if I was an okay student, if I was not a lousy student, I would never have picked up all these skills. So what I always say to people is that, everything so-called bad that happens in life, when you flip the other way, can turn out to be really good about it. So it's how you look at it, really.
Okay, so Adam is also a very successful forex trader. What is the best forex trading advice that you can give any beginner or experienced forex trader?
The first thing is you got to have a trading strategy that gives you a statistical edge in the markets, a positive expectancy. So what does that mean? We know that any trade you make is a random outcome, right? You never know which one's going to be a win, which one's going to be a loss, right? But you got to be sure that when you take 30 trades, 50 trades, 100 trades, you always end up with a positive result. So how do you make sure of that? By making sure that your risk to return ratio is always more than 1:1. Okay, so it depends on individual. Like, I know one of my good friends, Kyung Hee, he's a fantastic forex trader. He makes $250,000 a month, US dollars. Right? He always risks 1 to make 1.333. Right? He risks 30 pips to make 40 pips. That's his standard. He never deviates from that. So that's his style. My style is different, right? For me, I always risk 1 to make 1.5. So I risk 30 pips to make 45 pips. I risk 8 pips to make 12 pips. Karen, I don't know about you. Maybe you risk 1 to make 2 or 1 to make... I don't know. Everyone has their own, okay? So you have to have a strategy where you stick to consistently, okay? So you make more when you win, you lose less when you lose. And obviously your entry rules must have an edge, okay? So the edge comes from, example, following the trend, using the right candlestick patterns, respecting support and resistance, Fibonacci levels, whatever it is you use to give you an edge, so that you know that you're right more than half, right? So that's the first thing. The second thing is your risk management, position sizing. So I always tell people that you can have the best strategy in the world. Let's say you have a strategy that wins 90% of the time, okay? And you can risk 1 to make 2. Is that a good strategy?
Good.
Very good, right?
Good.
Right. But so if I have this fantastic strategy and I teach you, you can still lose all your money. If you say, okay, my first trade, I risk 100%. Then what if that first trade happens with a loss?
Yeah.
You still wipe out. So the second part is to ensure that you always risk a small percentage of your capital, so that in the event that you get a string of losses, which is inevitable in trading, you don't get wiped out. Right? You stay in the game long enough for your statistical edge to play out. The most important thing, least talked about thing, is psychology. Right?
Yeah.
Is being able to manage your emotions and trade consistently and not deviate from your trading strategy. You do that. That's why you're very successful in your trading as well. We can say all this, but I can tell you a lot of people, right, will go in 1 year and go the other year. They'll go around the bend, they will make, they will not listen, right? They will go and do and they lose all the money, then they come back and then they'll follow it after they've lost everything. And they understand.
So would you say that most traders fail is because of their psychology rather than their system?
Absolutely. Definitely. Yeah. They learn the right system, but they have the wrong psychology, can't follow the system.
Yeah. So you need to have the whole entire package in order to become a successful
Yeah.
trader.
To me, the trading system is 10%. Money management is 30%. 60% is psychology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agree. A lot of people are lost in life, they don't know what they want to do with their life, they're just going through the motions. What is one thing that you would share with them on how to find their passion?
I was lucky that I found my passion at a very young age. And actually my passion is, in a way, entertaining people. Being able to do something that makes people's eyes open and go, wow, right? So when I was young, I actually was very into magic, right? So I actually invested a lot in buying magic tricks, practicing card tricks and all that. And when I showed friends, they were like, wow, and that made me feel very good, And when I started to do well in my studies, after I began to, learn the NLP techniques and all that, and I started to teach some of my friends, right? I say how to draw a mind map, how to use the memory techniques, and they go, wow, really, And they got very excited. And when they started doing well in their studies, it made me feel good. So early in life, I found that my calling was inspiring people, entertaining, making people smile and all that. So that's my passion. And again, there are many ways I can fulfill my passion, right? So I could be a magician, I could be an entertainer, I could be a singer, I could be a teacher. So I chose to be a teacher because I can't sing, okay? And I can't really act. So you gotta find your passion. And the way to do it is, I would say, to explore as many things as possible. Alright? Don't say no to anything. It's like that movie by Jim Carrey called Yes. Just say yes to everything, as long as it doesn't harm you and harm someone else. Explore everything until you find that something gets you so excited that you're willing to do it your whole life without being paid. That's how you know you find your passion.
So you know that you find your passion if you're willing to do something hours and hours and hours, even though you're not paid.
Even though you're not paid, even though people say you're crazy, even though you feel tired, you still want to do it, right? I mean, that's why a lot of people always keep asking this question. Say, why, Adam? Why do you still want to teach? For? You make all the money you can make from your business from your trade. Why do you still want to teach? For? And I say, if I don't teach, then what do I do? Stay at home, watch TV, go to the beach. I'm bored.
What is one thing that Adam Khoo's fans and supporters don't know about him?
I've got no idea what you don't know about me. What is something you don't know about me? Maybe you tell me.
The magic one is one of them.
You didn't know about the magic
I
one?
didn't know about that. You know how to juggle?
No. I attempted that a few times, didn't really work out.
I also attempted, but I didn't work.
I didn't have the patience to do it. I'll say the main thing that people probably don't know is the magic part.
The magic one.
Yeah, I've always had a love for magic. Until today, I still watch a lot of magic videos, and the only people I perform to now are my own children. So I always show them new tricks every day.
Okay, so with that, if you want to check out Adam Khoo's courses, services, anything you want to engage him also, you can check out his website.
For my online courses, you can go to piranhaprofits.com.
piranhaprofits.com.
Yeah,
I'll put
right.
the description below.
Yeah, and for my live courses and checking out my other stuff I do, you can go to akltg.com, Adam Khoo Learning Technologies Group.com.
akltg.com. I'll put the link in the description below. You can check it out. And with that, thank you for being here today. Talk to you in the next episode. Bye.